Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Today I've got another What's for Dinner and a special surprise. So I've got lots of yummy footage for y'all in just a minute, but first I wanted to announce this. Me and my friend Jennifer from the YouTube channel Cook, Clean, and Repeat came together and came up with the idea for another open collaboration. If you've been around for a while, then you know that we had an open collaboration for Clean Kitchen at Night several months ago, and it went really well. A lot of y'all joined in, and we would like to announce another open collaboration for What's for Dinner. So if you make What's for Dinner videos, we would love for you to participate. If you've never made one and you've thought about possibly making one, we would love for this to be your first one. So we've decided that the upload date for this will be Friday, May 24th. Well, that's the day you're gonna make your video go live. On Thursday, May 23rd, around 7 p.m., you're gonna come back to either this video or Jenn's What's for Dinner video from today and click in the description box. There's going to be a link for you to add your video to the playlist. So you'll add your video on Thursday, May 23rd, and you'll have it go live on Friday morning, May 24th. So make sure your video goes live at this time on Friday morning, May 24th, and everyone will be able to go into the playlist and watch all the different What's for Dinners and get a ton of ideas and inspiration. I really feel like this is going to be a really great way for our viewers and for us to go and get inspiration when we feel like we're kind of in that dinner rut. The only rules that you'll need to follow in order to participate is to mention Jenn and myself in your video, and also link the collab link below, as well as my link to my channel and Jenn's link to her channel in your description box. So we're really excited. I hope that you will participate, join in, and be a part of this huge collab that we're going to be doing, and have this one link for all of our viewers and audiences to go and click on and go get lots of dinner ideas. So with that being said, let's jump into this week's What's for Dinner. Hey y'all, it is Saturday and I am getting dinner started in the crock pot to cook low and slow all day. Tonight we are having kind of a knockoff soup from Olive Garden. It's called pasta e fagioli. I'm probably murdering that, but that's how I say it. The only thing I changed from the original recipe is it calls for a pound of ground beef, but we really like Italian sausage, so I use it instead. But in the crock pot today, all day long, I'm going to put in almost this whole thing. This is 32 ounces. It calls for about 28 ounces of beef broth, a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, a pound of the meat of your choice, an onion diced, celery diced, and 2 carrots. The celery, was 4 stalks, 2 whole carrots diced, a few teaspoons of this minced garlic, a little bit of oregano, basil leaves, salt and pepper, which I didn't grab, and then I'll put a couple of the bay leaves on top, and I will let that cook low and slow all day. And then just about 30 minutes before we serve it, I'm going to put in a cup of this ditalini pasta, which I couldn't find this one time, and I just used elbow macaroni pasta, and it was just fine. So I'm going to put in a cup of that. I will drain and rinse these and put in this can of kidney beans, cannellini beans, and then about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. That will go in the last 30 minutes right before we eat. So I got everything in there, and I don't know if I said this, but you want to break up either your ground beef or your Italian sausage. You just want to break it up into small pieces when you throw it in there. And now this is going to cook on low for 6 to 8 hours. And then right before it's time to eat, about 30 minutes before, we'll put in the other stuff. This is what it looks like. Doesn't that look good? And I'm going to go ahead and remove those bay leaves, just so I don't have to worry about that later, without burning myself preferably. There we go. All right, dump in all of the beans and the pasta. And I'm going to stir that together along with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And let that cook for about 30 more minutes. Okay, y'all, we've got just a couple of minutes left on the soup, so I thought I would put some garlic bread under the broiler real quick. I've just buttered it, and I'm going to pour some garlic salt on it and stick this under the broiler, and then it's going to be time to eat. I'm sorry for the sound in the back. That is our washer. It's on its final spin, so it's kind of loud, but This is the garlic toast, and here is the soup. Let's dig in. Hey y'all, it is Tuesday and I'm getting dinner started. We are having queso chicken tacos tonight. This recipe was shared from Kristen Stepp on her What's for Dinner last week. Thought it sounded really great, so we're giving it a shot tonight. I am using frozen chicken, so I'm going to adjust the times on my slow cooker just a little bit. But I have 4 chicken breasts in here, and I've just covered it with a package of taco seasoning. I say a pack of taco seasoning. I just use this and I kind of eyeball it. So that's all I've done so far, and now all I need to do is in this bowl right here, combine, it says 4 ounces of green chilies, but my Walmart order accidentally gave me 7. I don't know if they were out of the 4 ounce, so I'm just going to use the whole 7 ounce. I'm going to use Rotel with lime juice and cilantro, and then just 4 ounces of chicken broth. I'm going to combine that in here and pour it directly over top of this to let it cook slow all day. Alright, so I poured that mixture on top of my chicken. Because this is frozen, I am going to go ahead and put it on high for maybe like an hour and a half or so. And then I'll turn it down to low for the rest of the day. And then I'll show you what we do afterwards. Alright, so this has been cooking all day. And now I'm just going to go and get all of this liquid out of here. I'm going to just pour it in this bowl right here. And hopefully I can get all of this done. I need to move the chicken. There we go. I'm going to grab all this liquid. Alright, so I'm going to leave just about that much liquid in there, hardly any at all. Now that I've removed all of the liquid, I'm just going to use this tool. This is a Pampered Chef tool, but you can also get this on Amazon or in Walmart. I've got one linked in my Amazon store below if you're interested. It's a really great tool to use to shred things, and when you're cooking like ground beef, it will crumble it up really well for you. So that's what I'm doing now, is just shredding this chicken before the next step. So now I'm going to put about 3/4 of a cup of this salsa con queso in here on top, and then just mix it through and let it warm through for about 20 minutes, and then it's going to be time to eat. Alright, so that's all mixed up. Put the lid back on and let it sit for about 20 minutes. So now while that is warming up, I'm just going to cut up all of the lettuce, tomato, jalapenos, onions, anything that you want on top of your tacos. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is chop up the onion, and I've had several of you ask me about what I use to chop my onion, and I'm going to show that to you now. I have this linked in my Amazon store below as well. It is just an onion chopper or a food chopper or vegetable chopper. I'm not exactly sure what they call it. I've had it for a couple of years now and I love it. You just attach this onto the top. Put this portion there, and then you choose either your diced or your chopped. And for this, we're gonna do diced. So you just pop this in and lock it in place, and it's ready. And what I do is I quarter my onion and then pop it in here. And by doing it this way, I don't tear up. There's no more tears while you are cutting up your onions. All right, so now I have quartered my onion. I'm just going to place it here. Bring this down. And there you go. If you want to see it in there, that's how easy it is. And then the great thing about this is all of this goes into the dishwasher. Every single piece goes into the dishwasher, so I don't have to wash anything by hand, and I didn't cry while I was cutting up my onion. As far as cheese goes, we're going to use mild cheddar, but we're also going to mix in our favorite cheese. This is very spicy. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. It is the Walmart Great Value brand. It's the hot jalapeno and habanero jack. It is great. So I'm going to mix both of these in this bowl to put on our tacos. Hey y'all, tonight it is Wednesday and we are having Mississippi pot roast. This is one of the easiest recipes that I make and I'm sure you all know about it, but just in case you don't, I'm going to show you the ingredients that go in. So all you need is a chuck roast of whatever size for your family, a stick of butter, a pack of Au Jus gravy, a pack of ranch powder, but I just use about 3 tablespoons of this. We buy it in the large amount since we make homemade ranch a lot. And then about 5 or 6 of these pepperoncinis. I don't know that I'll say that right, but 5 or 6 of these will go in with it as well. To make cleanup that much easier, I always use a crock pot liner. These things are awesome because seriously, you just take it right out of the pot when you're done and throw it away and you don't have to scrub out your crock pot. All right, so I'm gonna put my 2 packs of powders in there. So the Au Jus gravy will go on top. Then I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of this ranch powder. I just eyeball it. I'm gonna pop this whole stick of butter right on top. And then lastly, I'm just gonna place these peppers all around. You don't need any liquid at all. There will be plenty of liquid from the butter melting and I guess just from the meat itself as well. And that's it. I'm just gonna pop the lid on there and put it on low for like 6 to 8 hours and dinner will be ready. All right, y'all, so as a bonus this week, I wanted to show you how to make this banana pudding cheesecake. A sweet subscriber of mine sent me this recipe. She direct messaged me on Instagram, and I'm excited to give it a shot. So all you need to make this is some banana cream pudding, some bananas. I don't think I'm gonna need quite that many, but that's okay. Some milk, some vanilla wafers, a graham cracker crust, and some of the no-bake classic cheesecake mix. So the first thing I'm going to do is prepare this just like it tells you to on the package. I'm gonna make it now and stick it in the refrigerator and let it sit up for just a few minutes and then I will continue on. Okay, so I just made the pudding and now I'm going to mix this together just like it says, which again is just adding milk, and then I can start assembling my cheesecake. Okay, so now I'm going to start assembling it. This is my banana pudding and this is the cheesecake. So what it says to do first is to put half of the banana pudding into the pie crust, and then I'm going to top it with sliced bananas and some vanilla wafers. Okay, so I've got the first layer on there. That is just the banana pudding and some bananas and vanilla wafers. Now to put the cheesecake mix and then the rest of the banana pudding. All right, so it is finished. I put the cheesecake on there and then the rest of the banana pudding and then some more banana slices. I'm gonna put the lid on it and put it in the refrigerator and let the cheesecake form over a couple of hours, and we'll have this for dessert tonight. That's heavenly. So it's definitely got that cheesecake, kind of like the form of a cheesecake, but then you also hit that really soft pudding. And then the bananas in there, the fresh bananas, just make it, it's so good. It's not overly sweet. Just take my word for it. You should make it. Hey y'all, it is Thursday night and I did not feel like cooking. So we went to a local restaurant that we really love Cole got calabash chicken. Those are hush puppies on the plate too. Steven got hash and fried okra and hush puppies. And I got, and here is chicken stew. They are famous for their chicken stew, so that's what I got. And that's what's for dinner tonight. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around. I do what's for dinners every single week. I also do grocery hauls. So I like to give you guys a lot of inspiration as far as what to cook in your kitchen for your family. Thanks y'all, and I'll see you next week.